Hi, my name's Neil Clark, Chief Exec of IHF Digital. Building a proactive, data-driven fatigue detection system is not easy. It requires a lot of investment, a lot of trial and error, and a lot of testing. Of course, one of the stumbling blocks of testing for fatigue in operational environments is the last thing you want to do is purposefully put fatigued individuals into an operational environment so we can run some testing. So the vast majority of our testing was done in synthetic or simulated environments. One of the challenges of measuring fatigue with traditional means is the self-assessed, questionnaire-based nature of the tools that we currently use. We ask potentially fatigued individuals to self-assess on their fatigued state. Now, there are many ironies in there, but we know that one of the things that fatigue impacts is our ability to self-assess ourselves and our judgement and our decision making. So there is a huge inherent flaw in the traditional ways of self-assessing fatigue. One of the reconstruction videos that we did in a simulated environment highlighted this fact perfectly. We had an operator in a safety critical role, and we were asking this operator in timed intervals to self-assess on a proven and widely used fatigue scale, or a sleepiness scale. Concurrently, we're running the BaselineNC algorithm and device in the background, and we were monitoring these two self-assessed and data-driven proactive biometric sensors at the same time, and the results were quite astounding. We found that at the end of the simulated environment, we found that the operator had had 2 microsleeps. So the operator had fallen asleep twice before they assessed themselves on the traditional means as unfit to drive. So I want to think about that for a second. So this individual had fallen asleep twice in a safety critical operational role before they would have said that they were unfit to drive using traditional fatigue assessments. Meanwhile, BaselineNC was alerting like crazy hours before we got to that stage. And for me, we've got a video on it. That video is publicly available, and I think it highlights perfectly not just the silent risk that fatigue has across all sectors, but the fact that fatigue management is not just a nice to have, it's an operational and safety necessity.